For 6 years, Daniel played violin on the same corner of 5th and Market, every morning, 7 o'clock. Rush hour, rain, blistering summer heat that made the strings go slack. The first snow of December, when his fingers barely bent. He set out his case on the pavement, and he played. People walked past him like he was a mailbox, like he was a lamppost, like he was simply part of the architecture of a city that had too much to do to stop for music. He played anyway, not with resentment, not with performance, just played.
His friends told him to get a real job. His landlord raised the rent 2 years in a row. He moved to a smaller room, then a smaller room than that. He played through a broken string that he couldn't afford to replace for 3 days. He played through a cracked bow he fixed with electrical tape, and the quiet determination of a man who had decided that the alternative was not acceptable. He played through a sprained wrist that should have stopped him for a month. Some mornings, he counted what was in the case before he packed up and left. $1.40. Some days less. Enough for a coffee. Some days not even that. He never stopped. Not once. Not for weather. Not for the indifference. Not for the math of it, which never added up to anything sensible. He just kept going back. On a Tuesday in November, ordinary Tuesday, nothing special about it, gray sky, people in coats, the smell of coffee from the shop on the corner, Daniel played a note he had never played before. He didn't plan it. It arrived, the way certain notes do, after years of practice. Not because you reached for them, but because you finally got out of the way. He didn't know what it was exactly, only that it was right. A woman in a gray coat stopped mid-stride. She had been walking quickly. She was late for something. She had places to be in the urgent way that city people always have places to be. She stopped. She turned. She listened. And before she could understand what was happening to her, she was crying. Not dramatically, not with embarrassment, just quietly weeping on a Tuesday morning in November because something had finally gotten through. Then a man stopped. Then 3 more. Then a delivery driver pulled his cart to the curb and stood with his arms folded and his eyes closed. A businessman in a suit took his phone from his ear mid-call and put it in his pocket. A schoolgirl with headphones around her neck, headphones she had not taken off for the entire commute, pulled them further down so she could hear better. Within 4 minutes, the corner of 5th and Market was still. In a city that is never still. Nobody spoke. Nobody filmed it at first. Nobody did anything except stand and listen to a man they had walked past 1,000 times without seeing. 6 years. 6 years of playing to an empty corner. And then, all at once, everyone. Afterward, when the crowd had moved on and the corner was just a corner again, a man came back. Middle-aged, unremarkable coat, the kind of face that has seen a few things. He sat down on the steps beside Daniel and asked him, quietly, "Why did you never stop? All those years nobody listened. Why did you keep coming back?" Daniel thought about it for a long time, longer than the man expected. Then he said, "I wasn't playing for an audience. I was playing for the day I'd be ready, for the day the music would finally be what it was supposed to be. I didn't know when that day would come. I just knew I had to be here when it did." The next morning, Daniel was back. Same corner, same time, same case on the pavement. The difference was, this time
He knew the world was listening. It always had been. He just needed 6 years to be worth hearing. Here is what his story means. The work you do in private, the practice, the showing up, the years of doing it for no audience, no applause, no evidence that it matters. That work is not wasted. It is the only reason that when the moment comes, you are ready.